So we're working with the hydraulic steering. We have the Teleflex Capilano helm with the Hydraulic, something squeaking, with the Hydraulic rams, external rams. So what we're going to be doing, since these hoses are about 40 years old, we're going to be replacing them. And we're also pulling the Capilano helm out. And what we're going to do is, I just drained the belly of it. It should be, I think, pretty much full, but there wasn't much in it. It's been leaking, and unfortunately it leaked into the teak on the dash and on some of the rails. Just caused a mess, really. Shame. So I'm going to take these hoses off next and put them in this bottle here, and probably just let them drain overnight. And then what I'll do tomorrow is I'll probably put some type of bag over the ends and tape the heck out of it, and then disconnect it from the back and then pull these through, because I need to start getting my measurements of the for the new hoses. All right, well, get back to the dirty work here. With the stock steering, the port side of the boat hose goes over to here, then gets linked over to the first one on the other side. Then on the starboard side, this line goes in. These two lines that are on either end come from the helm. This goes to here, and then from here it goes over the first one on this side. Pretty easy. Just a little bypass deal. All right. That is for my reference. So we are working on the hydraulic steering system for the Nighthawk, and I took the first cylinder apart offline here, just to kind of get an understanding for it, you know, without fumbling too much. I don't mind fumbling in front of you guys, but I don't want to waste all your time either. So this is a twin ram setup that we have, and coupled to the Capilano 1275V hydraulic steering cylinder or helm. So I'm going to pull this apart and show you how I do the seals on it. And I'm going to also clean it as I go, so we're going to be probably stopping the camera a little bit, because I don't need to bore you with my Scotch-Brite gas. Okay, so got the two nuts out, pull the fittings off. I'll try to get this Teflon tape out of here, fall into the cylinder, even though I might clean it. Now this pulls apart like so. So now there's an O-ring here, and there's when I pull this off here, there's a O-ring under here as well. This cylinder I'll clean out. We'll replace this O-ring, and then there's one hiding under here, which we'll get to. So now what I'll do is I'm going to, getting all boogered up here, I'll clean this all up and then we'll get started back on it when it's when we're all clean. Well, we're back, and I got stuff cleaned up. There's still little bits here and there, but you know what? We're gonna clean a little bit more as we go. So I already pulled, I cleaned this all up and cleaned the threads out. I just replaced this O-ring. Boom, that's all you missed. And then that's all I got to do on this side of the ram. So that I'm going to place over here in the done pile. Now I got this part of the ram I got to worry about. So all the O-rings are going to come off and go that way. So I'm going to start from the outside, work my way in. I cannot find my pick set. It's probably somewhere, but I don't want to look too long. So I'm just using a small flat screwdriver, and I try to roll these off, and I try not to stretch them out coming off as well, because I like to put them up against the new ones to make sure they're 100% correct. There is obvious size differences, but it's always a good habit to line your O-rings up as they come out. There's one sneaky one in here I found. Gotta wiggle it out. It's right here. Now I put it like this. And run this through. Like I said, I like to make sure I line up the old ones with the new, so I try not to ruin it. A lot of that thread seal stuff in here. It's not good. Normally I would take something like this apart more, but these are put together a certain way where it's not, I don't feel it's very easy to pull apart, so you just gotta work at it a little bit harder to clean these up. Rolling it over. don't want to get these too confused because these are, all three of these are different sizes, even though this one looks the same, but if you lay it on top, that is a smaller O-ring. For which I'm not sure, but in my last kit, I didn't have that O-ring, but I am not 100% certain I didn't put it on something else. So I actually went down to the store and got another O-ring, because if I put it on something that was too big, then I have a stretched out O-ring. Alright, let's lay these out and see what matches what. That one matches that. This one matches this one. Now, that's too big. That's too big. Now, the one I bought from the store, get some tape on. That, however, matches. There we go. So that's the first one we're going to put on, because that's the first one we took off. Alright, so officially right now we have all of the O-rings on both systems here, and I'm re-coating the cylinders. I'm doing them in a kind of like a light gold that I would imagine would be close to the color Nighthawk would use if they did. So, just to give it a little bit of sparkle. And one of the cylinder for this one's been painted already. I still have to finish painting the one for here. I'll show you here. Get you off the tripod. This is the one that I already coated, and there's the one right there that I started. I based it in a metallic silver, just a very light coat, and then I'm using Duplicolor high performance wheel coating, which is solvent and heat protected. I guess I'm trying to find my words. Heat and solvents don't bother the paint immediately, so that's why I selected that. But, all right, when we go to assemble this, we'll be right back. All right, well, we're back, and I have to admit, I said earlier in the video that there was a washer on the RAM I wasn't going to replace, but I sat there and thought about it, and well, I took apart the RAM. I got the rod end off with some heat, and that enabled me to get the part out. This is what they look like, these little felts. So they replace it with this seal, so we're going to install that right now. I do have my sidekick here. Say hello. Hello. That's Jerry. So All right, so let's get focused here on here. So I already told you I used some heat and back this off. So we're going to take this plate off here, and the seal's hiding behind here. And pull this off, it's right there. Let's see, you can just kind of rip off here. Alright, this is the new seal. You want to go real careful with it. I usually try to twist it so you're kind of going with the threads. You don't want to just zinc it on because you will definitely rip the hell out of the seal. So I just roll it down here. I might be going too fast, but let's just get this thing on here. Let's put a little lube on that. Alright, so this is the seal on here. It's actually much better than the old one. Put this back on. This goes on like this. Now, we're going to get set up to get the cylinder back together here, which I painted this to make it look nice and swanky, right? Is that the word you used?
Swanky.
Swanky, yes. So, yep. I got a swanky cylinder. Sir Swank a lot. Alright. So, what I want to do is, I want to have the orientation of this. This is the side for the port side. Let's see how I can get this around. Alright. So it's going to install like this onto the bracket. And you want to make sure that you orient this the way you want the fitting to hook up in here. So this will be like this. Alright. Put a little lube on here.
The camera's moving.
Oh, I was told my camera's moving. Indeed it was. Good thing I have my trusty assistant here. Let me make sure we're back here. All right. I think my camera was falling asleep. He was like, "Oh."
Boring.
I know, this is pretty boring, huh, guys? Well, I will make it exciting.
I'd rather be on the boat.
She'd rather be on the boat, but we have to put the boat together. So you have to watch some boring videos, and then the boat will be done. Right? Right. All right. Now, like I said earlier, I'm not sure if WD-40 is the right thing to use for this, but we're just going to use it. It'll be fine. Alright, now, got that where we wanted it. There we go. Alright. Oh, I forgot to polish my nuts. Why are you laughing? Is that something I said funny?
No.
She's laughing at me polish my nuts. Well, now I'm scratching my nuts here with this Scotch-Brite. Alright, this one's clean. Alright. Be real careful if you're using an impact. Just give it a couple little tightens on each side. All right. So far, so good. I'm wondering if, you know what? Let's reposition something here. Some of this turned a little bit on me. Should be better. Alright. As soon as you tighten this, everything gets locked. And I wasn't quite happy where it locked. Jam nut on. You want to put this jam nut on by hand because if you do it with an impact, because it's stainless on stainless, it could get hot instantly and it will gall up. My trusty assistant said it will jam up. She knew that. She must have watched me do that once, maybe. Did you watch me do it once? No, I haven't done that in years. She's a smart ass. Smart ass.
Never.
Yeah.
Everybody's taking their trash out.
I know. We already took our trash out. Our neighbor's rebuilding a boat across the way too. You got a sailboat, so I've been calling him Sailor. I'm calling him Gilligan and Jack Tripper from Three's Company. He had a sailboat, or he sailed. Anyway, got this all together here. This one's going to get a T-fitting, which I don't have yet. That's on order. Got that ordered today. Running stainless steel fittings now, not the brass. Brass works fine, but you know, if you're replacing it, might as well go with stainless. So, get some Teflon fitting, Teflon wrap on there. You want to make sure that you keep it on the threads only. Don't over wrap it. because you do not want that in there. So, get this on. So this is gonna point right there, because this is starboard. All right. So I believe for now this concludes what we started, and we have a nice ram now. We're using the old stuff, but getting the rebuild kit. It's a seal kit for the Nighthawk cylinder, and the part number is KS01. And is there any other information on it? No. But if you do type in KS-01 and then write Nighthawk, maybe seal set, it should pop up. All right, well, that's going to conclude this portion of the video. And
Oh, I missed it?
yeah,
Oh,
see what
man.
happens. See, she takes off. And so what's in there? Is there adult beverage in there?
It was.
It wasn't me. I'm working on steering stuff. We don't do liquor when we're doing that. Give me a beer.
Beer assistant.
Yeah, beer assistant.
Listen, water boy.
Oh, all right. Well, we will be back working on the Capilano helm. Not sure if it's going to be in this video or we're going to do a separate one or not, but look for it, because to be honest, on YouTube I can't find any videos or on Google on how to do it. So guess what? You and I and everybody else, we're going to open this up together, and hopefully 1,000 springs don't go popping out.
Great.
Hey, I can't make any guarantees. All right. Thank you.
We almost forgot. We never showed this. Took a run of the upholstery guy. Picked up some new sexy seats. So, Pandemic's rolling in style. Still need to get the armrests for the captain's chairs, but that should be done today. Looking nice.